podcasting from somewhere with protein shakes and no yearly membership fees. This is the HeroFit Podcast, the show that talks about the ins and outs of fitness, nutrition, and anything else that might get you feeling like a hero. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your hosts, Nick Stutzman and Dan Weber.
And we are here with Meghan Arnold of the Bird's Nest Circus Arts. How are you doing today, Meghan?
I'm great. How are you?
Pretty good. This is a pretty packed place almost. Downstairs anyways. Upstairs, hopefully it starts filtering.
We should let
up
people
here.
know we're at the Eat Rite Sports Expo.
Yes. And all day today. And so we're just going to give you some shotgun questions, and then hopefully we can, get you get to the Bird's Nest and get an interview there.
Absolutely.
Great. So first question is, and it's real easy stuff. Mm-hmm. What is your favorite cheat meal?
My what?
Favorite cheat meal?
Oh. Can it be a favorite snack?
Whatever you want.
It's going to be salt and vinegar chips.
Ooh,
it's like my all-time favorite.
I have some with me today.
Do you?
I do.
What brand?
I got those the baked ones.
Yeah.
The Wegmans baked ones. Yeah.
The baked ones are crunchier.
I'm carbing up today. I'm cycling off my keto diet.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They're good.
What's your brand, Meghan?
What's that?
What's your preferred brand?
Oh, kettle chips.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that's not my preferred brand. There's this. The best brand is, I find it only in northern Pennsylvania. It's called Snyder's I think it's just Snyder, actually. But if you're ever driving through Erie, Pennsylvania, stop at Sheetz gas station and find the Snyder salt and vinegar chips.
Sheetz is great when you're in Pennsylvania, yeah. I'm
yeah.
familiar. And Wawa when you're on the east side of Pennsylvania.
Yes,
yeah.
Wawa's good.
Next question.
Yeah.
What is your favorite exercise movement?
Oh, well, my first favorite is always going to be stretching because that's my absolute go-to, just all the time, even when I'm at work. It's great.
All right.
But my favorite exercise, working on my shoulders, so it's going to be a lot of push-ups. Love that. It's great.
Probably one of our more unique answers so far. If you could change one thing about your fitness career, what would it be?
I wish I had gone into the circus earlier.
Yeah?
Common
Yeah.
thing. People
Yeah,
discover stuff and then they're like, wow, I wish I was doing this the whole time.
I know I was a competitive gymnast, and I stopped competing when I was 18, and then I went into teaching and judging. I just wish I had gotten into the circus arts earlier. I started in my early 30s, so yeah.
I think that's inspiring, though.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's not too late.
Never too late to join the circus.
To join the circus. I dig it.
I used to be in the carnival, actually.
Were you?
Yeah, I was a
Did
carny.
you travel?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Not very far, but Rochester, Batavia.
That's awesome.
Ran that Ferris wheel real good.
There you go.
That's the first thing I put in my resume.
Last question for you, Meghan. Any pro tips that you want to impart upon our audience?
Any pro tips? Always have fun, for sure. Definitely always stretch. Make sure you're drinking enough water as well, too. Make sure your electrolytes are good, especially on one of these hot, humid days like this today. But yeah, definitely take care of your body.
Awesome.
Stay hydrated.
Solid.
We haven't had anyone talk about hydration yet, so that's good.
There you go. All right, Meghan,
Thanks
thank you.
a lot.
Thank you, guys.
All right. We are here with Mark Williams of Geeks That Lift podcast. How you doing?
Podcaster.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
Great. How are you
Thanks for
enjoying here at
stopping
Riverworks?
I'm enjoying it a lot. I've actually been here a couple of times. I was here at last year's Expo, and my kickboxing trainer, I'm a former kickboxer, he does fights here.
Nice.
So been here a couple of times.
It's a nice place.
It is. It's hot. Very hot, but it's
Right on.
It's a nice place.
All right, so we're going to hit you up with some shotgun questions here. And first question is, what is your favorite cheat meal?
Pizza, hands down.
Pizza? What kind of pizza?
Believe it or not, it's got to be something like a meat lover, man. Pepperoni, sausage, bacon.
Dig it. All the meats, all the proteins, right?
All the proteins, all about the gains.
Second question is, what is your favorite exercise movement?
Favorite exercise movement is side delts. Side delt raises. Or side laterals.
Yeah.
So did you go over here to the contest where you're holding the weights up on the side there?
I didn't, but I was checking it out.
Yeah,
I might have to
you might
stop
have
through
to
there.
compete
Yeah,
that.
might have to try that one out.
If you could change one thing about your fitness career, what would it be?
Started earlier.
Yeah.
Started early. I'm 42 now. Again, I was kickboxing, 43 actually. I was kickboxing, and then from kickboxing, I got, I won a New York State title, defended it, got tired of getting punched and kicked in the head, transferred into bodybuilding.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. For our audience, if you had a pro tip you could give, what would it be?
Pro tip I could give would be trust in the process. Understand that it's a marathon, not a sprint. Just keep struggling every day. Keep grinding. It's all about that grind.
Consistency.
That's what it's about.
Definitely is. Mark, thanks
a lot.
Geeks at Lift. We'll check it out as well. Thanks for coming on the HeroFit Podcast.
Thank you guys for having me.
Hi, everybody. I'm here with Leo Rivers of Western New York MMA. How you doing today?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Great. So, how you enjoying so far here at Riverworks?
It's been very nice. I've been having some people come through for some private lessons. We'd love to have more people come through. Just handing out some flyers.
There you go. Yeah, it's a pretty big event here, the Eat Right Expo, huh?
Yes, very, very broad. A lot of different types of athletes here.
Yeah, different variety, big variety.
Yes.
Definitely. All right, so yeah, we'll get right into the shotgun questions here. So the first question is, what is your favorite cheat meal?
My favorite cheat meal is pancakes.
Pancakes?
Pancakes.
Any particular type of pancakes?
So, funny story. I have gone through a broad spectrum of pancakes. I am personally a baker, so I make my own pancakes.
Nice.
So, I work at WNY MMA, so, when I go into work, I have pancakes here. My boss, buys me pancakes.
Nice.
So, we've gone through quite a few pancake brands.
I bet, yeah.
And I finally resolved to Wegmans pancakes. I do two blueberry pancakes and 2 buttermilk pancakes.
All right. So you try to go variety. I dig it. Pancakes, definitely the most original we've ever gotten. All right. What is your favorite exercise movement?
Jiu-jitsu.
What is that?
Jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu. Okay. What about what in jiu-jitsu?
Jiu-jitsu is a very savage sport. It's very versatile. There's a lot of different movements and positions that we can go in and out of. You know what I mean?
I understand.
It's a very versatile sport.
Yes, very fluid. Very fluid. Yes. Interesting. All right. If you could change one thing about your fitness career, what would it be?
I would rather be a pro MMA fighter than not a pro MMA fighter.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
But one day, one step at a time.
Yeah, exactly. You still got a lot of time, I'm sure. All right, if you could give our audience one pro tip, what would it be?
My one pro tip is to train. Just train. That's one of our hashtags, just train. Honestly, just train.
Just train.
I mean,
all right. Hey, makes it simple.
That's the biggest tip I can give.
I dig it. All right, thanks, Leo. We'll have to try to check out Western New York MMA one of these days. All right, thank you again.
Of course.
All right, we are here with Beth Greenwald of Orange Theory Fitness, your coach.
I am
You're
a coach over there.
And how are you enjoying the Expo so far here at Riverworks?
Love it. A lot of action, great people, awesome vendors.
I definitely feel like we got the best spot because we got the AC.
Yes. And we got a view of some martial arts over here in the corner.
Yep.
A lot of foot traffic walking by. A lot of great conversations happening up here on the second floor.
Yes, thank you, Eat Right, for putting us over up here.
Yes.
As you can hear the barbells slamming, the kettlebells, everything too, right? All right, so shotgun questions. Telling you it's easy, good stuff, real easy. But first question, and I know we already know what it is. We're going to hit you up anyways. What is your favorite cheat meal?
Any type of plant-based ice cream.
Really?
Yes.
What is, I don't even know what is that. That's not like Halo Top, right? That's more like
something that might be coconut milk based or
almond based.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's your favorite flavor of those?
Dark chocolate.
Okay. That's also I've been really digging a lot of unique answers so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, very good. All right. Second question. What is your favorite exercise movement?
I love to run.
Running?
Yes.
Okay. No one's ever said running.
Run, swim, bike.
The
Love it all.
triathlete of that?
Yes.
All right, I dig it.
It's a passion of mine.
You ever done like an Ironman type thing?
The halves.
Yeah?
Yes.
Wow.
Multiple
Impressive.
70.3s.
Yeah?
Got the paddle bike run coming up next weekend.
Okay.
Taking place right in this neck of the woods. If you're looking for some good action to come out and support a great event.
We'll be sure to try to mention that. Okay, third question. If you could change anything about your fitness career, what would it be?
I love where I am at right now, and I love all the steps and opportunities that I've had to get to where I am at right now.
Okay.
So at this point,
you
wouldn't change a
anything?
thing.
All right, fair enough. No wrong answers there. No wrong answers. Last question for our audience. If there's a pro tip that you'd want to give to anybody, what would it be?
Keep trying things until you connect with what you truly love, because there is truly something for everyone out there, and connect with your why. Just know why it is that you want to make a change and what's truly most important to you, and that's going to help you find that inner motivation and drive to stay inspired, to stay connected to what you love to do.
Awesome, Beth. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Yep. We are here with Jacob Levinson of Jada Blitz Fitness. How you doing today, Jake?
Doing great, man. Super excited to be here.
Yeah, enjoying the Expo?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Have you been traveling around at all?
Yeah, I've been traveling around. We got to see Jay Cutler. We got to see O'Hearn and Paige, a few of them, but we've been pretty busy up here.
Yeah, it's definitely been real busy. We're going to get a lot of foot traffic here.
Oh, yeah.
Jay Cutler is literally right in front of us taking pictures.
Big draw.
The dude is a monster.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's about the size of the huge banner behind him. It's pretty...
It's not Mr. Olympia for nothing, man.
Yeah, he's not playing games. All right, Jake. So tell us about what's going on with Jada Blitz.
So we're here right now kind of just to promote and put the word out there that we're going from basically a 5,000 square foot pretty much training gym to a 30,000 plus square foot all-inclusive gym. We're going to have infrared saunas, we're going to have balanced body cafe, we're going to have all kinds of stuff. Pretty much anything that you want in a fit lifestyle, we're going to have.
Nice.
Very
And that
cool.
you guys still are obviously intertwined there with balanced body as well, right?
Yep, so we have our own meal prep service as well as personal training and a few other services as well.
Nice. And so right now we're just doing some shotgun questions real quick. We've been kind of interviewing a couple of different people here. So I'm going to hit you up with first question, real easy. What is your favorite cheat meal?
Favorite cheat meal, hands down, is pizza. Pizza and wings, man.
There you go. What's your
Buffalonian.
spot here in Buffalo?
Oh, specific spot. I've been kind of Bella because they do the sub garlic on the crust, man.
Okay.
Bella pizza.
All right. Pizza is definitely one of the bigger mentioned items. Everyone loves pizza.
Absolutely.
Definitely. What is your favorite exercise movement?
Absolutely deadlift. My Instagram handle is whiskey deadlift. Like all day long, whiskey deadlift.
All right. I respect that. I'm a deadlift guy as well.
Yep.
All right. If you could change anything in your fitness career, what would it have been?
Probably learning and getting certified in training way sooner because I definitely caused a lot of injuries by just not lifting smart, kind of lifting ego, you know. So that would have put me farther off into my powerlifting than, you know, injuries suck.
That's something Dan and I definitely have seen. You know, a lot of people didn't realize back in how to work out correctly, and that's what we're trying to do with the podcast.
The industry's come so far, though, too. I feel like 10 years ago, the knowledge wasn't quite as advanced as it is now.
Completely agree. I mean, like, I still believe, like, trainers need trainers. I still have a coach. Anytime I compete, I don't do it by myself. No matter what, you need someone to push you beyond it, you know, just get you to the right level that you need to be at, whether you're just starting or, you know, take it to the next level.
Exactly. All right. Last question, kind of round it up here. If you had some pro tips that you could impart upon our audience, what would that be?
One is don't be afraid of quote-unquote failure. You know, failure is just learning. You know, a lot of people try to walk in and they'll go into a gym and see somebody lifting 100 pounds more than them. They get discouraged. They want to go to a different room. It's your own fitness journey. Don't look at what anybody else is doing and don't care what they're doing, and you will just blast past beyond all your goals.
I love failure.
Failure.
It means I'm doing something new. It means that I'm growing.
Absolutely. Growing, getting better.
Agreed. That's a really good pro tip. I appreciate that, Jake.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good
All
stuff.
right, man.
Appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, look out for the new Jada Blitz, and we're going to keep this going. So thank you again.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
All right, later. Welcome back, everybody. We are here with Scott Abraham of American Strength Foundation. How you doing today?
Excellent, thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
How you enjoying the Expo so far?
You know, it's great to see big events like this in Buffalo. This is not 2-3 years ago. This is something we would never imagine. So to see such a big crowd coming out to support strength sports of all different walks of life is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and it's a nice location too here at Riverworks.
I love it.
Definitely. All right, so why don't you give us the elevator pitch on everything about here with American Strength Foundation?
Yeah, so by and large, I think our biggest objective is to bring weightlifting as a sport, Olympic weightlifting, into high schools and colleges, and particularly targeting students who have an interest in health services. So if that's a physical therapy student, massage therapy, exercise science, phys ed, we want those students to have practical application and practical experience under a barbell in a competitive setting throughout their college experience, so that way when they graduate, it's not the first time that they're learning how to snatch and having to do that after their organized education.
Teaching them
Sounds
young.
good.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we're going to have to look into this more.
Excellent.
Yeah. So, all right, we do this with a lot of our guests here. We just hit them with some shotgun questions. So we're going to hit you up with the first one here is, what is your favorite cheat meal?
Favorite cheat meal? I have celiacs, so I don't get many cheat meals, but if I can get a good slice of pizza, that goes a long way.
All right. Pizza's my favorite.
Maybe some Reese's Cups for dessert.
Dig it. All right, second question is, what is your favorite exercise movement?
Like I said, I'm an Olympic weightlifting guy, so if I had to pick one that I think was all-encompassing, we're going to go with the split snatch.
Ooh. All right.
like it.
Unique answer. Third question is, if you could change something in your fitness career, what would it be?
I wish that I had the opportunity to compete as an Olympic weightlifter earlier on and find proper coaching as whether it be a youth or collegiate athlete. So again, we're trying to provide that experience that I never had. So ultimately, I'm trying to speak to my former self, if you will.
Fair enough. Last question, if you had any pro tips that you could impart upon our audience, what would they be?
Pro tips in regards to coaching, in regards to...
Just anything.
Something that you found that, you think is going to help people or has helped you.
I'm going to give a shout out to Coach Caulfield here at the NSCA. I think when I did my internship with him, whether it was in school or other internships that I had, I learned a lot of hard tactical and technical skills, but he really helped me to do some self-reflecting on what I wanted out of my career and what made me happy and what I was passionate about. And in that soul searching is how this whole Strength Foundation has kind of come to existence. So I think that if you can find something that you are individually super stoked on, then your energy towards that is going to be far more productive. If you hate running, don't train for a marathon.
We love it. That's a lot of kind of what we've been talking about. Find what works for you and what you like.
All right, great. Thanks, Scott. Thanks for coming
a lot.
on.
Thanks for your time. I appreciate you
All
guys.
right.
Keep spreading the good word.
Yep.
Thanks.
We're back, everybody, here with Timothy Lidge of the Western New York Mustangs. Tim, how's it going out here? How are you enjoying the Expo?
Everything's going well, man. It's actually my first time to the Expo. I'm enjoying everything. I just want to...
Did you find anything here that you really enjoyed so far?
Yeah, I actually enjoyed weightlifting, benching down there, and then I actually did the, the American Ninja thing down there.
Oh, yeah, I did that too.
Yeah,
that
it was
fun.
nice. So
Yeah, how'd you do on that?
I actually went through it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Kick
I
some
got
ass?
through it too.
Yeah.
Well, the hardest part was the slack line for me.
That line?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my hardest part, the balance part.
Yeah.
But, we got to get through it.
All right. So what do you do on the Mustangs?
Right now I play wide receiver, tight end, and defense end.
Wow.
Right now we're 4-1.
Nice.
So we're moving on, kicking ass like we usually do.
There you go. That's what
You know
we like to hear.
what I'm saying? So
That's what we like to hear. right, so I'm going to hit you up with some shotgun questions here. Pretty easy, pretty simple.
Okay.
First question is, what's your favorite cheat meal?
My favorite cheat meal, I got a lot, man. You know?
Yeah?
Yeah.
All of the meals.
All of them. Like me, I'm more of a...
What's
I don't
something like
cheat.
when you're hankering, you're like, I got to eat this.
You eat clean all the time?
Yeah, I try to like eat more clean.
But there's something that's got to be tempting you.
Pizza, man.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
We respect
Pizza,
that.
yeah, pizza, you know, I cheat sometimes, but sometimes you got to cheat, you know, so.
Respect. All right, what's your favorite, when you're at the gym, what's your favorite exercise movement?
My favorite exercise is actually calisthenics.
Yeah.
I love to do calisthenics.
Troy Polamalu style.
Yeah, more calisthenics. I like to do pull-ups.
High knees?
High knees,
Yeah.
you know, little dips, you know.
Some movement,
like
a lot
that.
of movement.
Yeah.
All right, I dig it. If you were something you could change about your fitness career, what would it be?
What I do want to change is my energy. As far as my energy about waking up and going to the gym, you know, like having that
Motivation.
that motivation every day and waking up, you know, like hungry to go to the gym, you know.
Respect that. I have that issue sometimes
Yeah.
too. A lot of people do, but
Yeah,
definitely try to find different ways to get yourself motivated to the gym.
yeah.
If there was one thing that you could change outside of that, like, you know, if there was like maybe even kind of like a different sport you'd want to play or anything like that, or are you always about football?
I actually play basketball too. I actually want to try out for a semi-pro team here in Buffalo for basketball too. So,
Yeah.
you know, like if I can do that, you know, get into coaching the kids too, you know, like fires for Little League football, stuff
Nice.
like that, you know, actually to give back to the community, I would do that. So,
Cool. All right, last question. Do you have any pro tips that you could impart upon our audience?
all I can say is just stay hungry and motivated, man.
Yeah.
You know, just wake up, stay hungry
Gotta
and
practice
motivated.
what you preach, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You know, practice make perfect.
That's
As long
right.
as you keep practicing, one day you'll be perfect. You know, we're not all perfect, so that's the thing.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on.
Sounds good.
Check out the
Thank
Western
you.
New York Mustangs. Tim, take it easy, man.
Yes, you have a
Thanks
good
for
one.
having me.
And we are back here. We are still going at the Expo. And we are sitting down here with Mary Beth Nugent, the head coach, recent head coach of the Buffalo State Bengals women's team. And as an alumnus of Buffalo State, I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
How are you enjoying the Expo so far today?
Well, I haven't really been able to walk around, so I've just been at the Orange Theory table, which is my part-time job, and talking to you guys, so that's been pretty good.
Yeah. And as far as
Our
coaching
last
goes,
guest was a big fan of Orange Theory too.
yeah.
The
We're-
semi-pro football
We might
player?
have to. No. Before we got to the Expo,
Oh,
and it sounds like we might have to take a class there.
yeah.
Yeah. Beth was threatening us with a
Beth.
good time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What's your prediction here for this year for Buff State?
Make playoffs. That's the goal.
Yeah. You're not still in the SUNYAC, right?
Yeah, we are in the
Oh, you guys
SUNYAC.
still on the
Yeah.
SUNYAC? I know football has been out of the SUNYAC.
Yeah, they
They're
just
in the Liberty, I
changed.
think, right? Or
I
something like
don't-
that.
That's St. John Fisher. I don't know if it's the Liberty.
I know they're.
I think it recently just changed, so
Yeah.
I'm
I think
not
they're facing more
100%.
like the Vermont teams and stuff like that.
I
Maybe.
don't
Who
know.
knows? Anyways, best of luck to Buff State.
Yeah,
though.
I'm pretty sure I have one of the best players in the SUNYAC. So
Yeah?
yeah.
Who is it?
Liv LeBaron,
Yeah?
yeah,
Outside shooter or center?
outside shooter
Yeah?
with length and athleticism.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what Buff State needs.
Yeah,
MMA is going hard over there.
yeah.
All right.
But the people watching might be the best part of this
That's-
place.
That's true. That's true. Tons of people here still for Jake Cutler. This has been like an hour at least.
The line hasn't moved since I've been here. The same people have been standing next to me.
Yeah, it's been moving slow, but hey, it gives us more
He must be taking his time with everybody.
He's talking to everybody.
more
yeah.
visibility. That's what I appreciate.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna hit you up with some shotgun questions here, Mary Beth. First question is, what is your favorite cheat meal?
Cheat meal?
Yeah.
My mom's pasta.
Ooh.
For sure.
I've never had your mom's pasta.
It's spicy, so you gotta like hot food.
I love a spicy.
Yeah.
I like a spicy meatball ball.
Yeah.
What else is in the pasta?
What sauce?
Yeah, well, no, what else is in it? What does it make up?
Well, it's a spicy marinara. She does her meatballs in there, and sometimes weird shit like pig's foot and that stuff. I don't eat that. I don't eat red meat, so.
Okay.
But my family does, so.
I respect.
Lots of red pepper. But I love nachos. If I'm going out, I love nachos and beer.
All right.
Yeah.
So shout out to Mama Nugent's pasta.
Yeah,
and,
Mama Nug if you want to say it the right way.
Mama Nug. Money, so money. All right, we're gonna have to get a shot of that one of these days.
Yeah.
All right, next question is, what is your favorite exercise movement? Free throws at the gym. Yeah.
I love playing basketball.
Yeah.
I like anything functional and body weight related, I would say.
Okay.
I'm big on things that are functional. Like, yeah, you can swing a weight around, but can you lift a hay bale? You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough. Fair enough. If there's one thing you could change about your fitness career, what would it be?
Fitness career. I kind of love the way my career is going right now.
Yeah,
I was
that's
a head
good.
coach in my 20s, and that was always my goal, and it happened. And then I get to stay part-time in fitness, so it works out.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good too.
I guess maybe touching on strength and conditioning one day, depending on how coaching goes. Like strength and conditioning at the college level. I would think about that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
If there was a pro tip that you could impart upon our audience, what would it be?
A pro tip?
Mm-hmm.
Do what you love so that you're consistent, and then you'll be successful. If you don't love it, it's not going to last. And if you're not consistent, you're not going to get the results you want.
It's great advice.
Yeah.
Solid advice. Well, I wish you and the Buff State team, obviously the women's team, the best of success.
Thank you.
And
Good luck.
keep kicking ass coaching. That's, big things. Big
Thank
things.
you. I appreciate it.
All right, Mary Beth. Take it easy.
Thanks for coming on.
And we are here at the Eat Right Expo with the man himself, Mike Del Zoppo, and the man of Eat Right Foods. I would say it's definitely been an adventure up here, man. We were like, oh, we're getting the upstairs. And once we got up here, especially because I remember Evan giving us a little bit of a rundown, he's like, no, you're going to get a lot of exposure up here. And so far, so good, man.
Good. Glad you guys are enjoying yourself. Thanks
great
for
event.
coming out. We're happy to have you guys.
Yeah.
It's a little cooler up here, too.
Oh, that was...
Yeah, because the AC up here.
I think we paid for the AC. That was definitely... We got that. That was definitely the best part here. But so this is the second year running, right?
Second year, yeah. Seems to be a hit. We're excited to see what next year brings. We're excited to sit down tonight and see exactly what came through the door, what the difference between this year and last year was. We already know what we need to improve on, which is great. And, that's what it's all about, There is no cookie-cutter plan for us to, this is how it's done and do it by this way. We do this by the seat of our pants, and we learn from it, we grow from it, we just build from there.
Especially, you started with kind of like one store, and now you built up to a couple stores, and now you're sponsoring an expo here like at Riverworks. That's pretty big, especially in only about a matter of 3 years, if that?
Yeah, we're 3.5 years old. We're actually kicking off nationwide shipping as of September 1st. So that's a whole nother monster we're trying to tackle in the kitchen as well as the packaging area, and then there's a whole new monster of the shipping process. And but luckily it's fun, and we're having a good time with it, and can't ask for much more than that.
That's right.
Congrats on the success.
Thank you.
Yeah, just piggybacking off of this. Like I said, the line here for Jay Cutler line is still going. It's now almost 4 o'clock, and it started around noon. And he's got to be the biggest draw here, you think, huh?
Him and the Baileys. Yeah, both
the Baileys.
of them. The Baileys has been just as long, just
as crazy.
As long as well, yeah.
There you go. All right, so we're going to hit you up with some shotgun questions.
Oh, boy.
First question for a man who's in the meal prep business. What is your favorite cheat meal?
Favorite cheat? Pizza. I love pizza. It doesn't matter where it's from or how it's made.
I feel if we ever took a tally today,
pizza.
It's been pizza. Pizza's number one.
Yeah.
Even all of our podcasts, pizza's number one.
It's running away with this contest.
Yeah.
You can't beat pizza. I don't care.
What's your pizza joint in Buffalo?
In Buffalo? You know, I do like John's Pizza. I know it's kind of a...
The one on Delaware?
There's a lot of them.
Oh, there's a lot of John's,
Yeah, there's definitely franchised out, but
yeah,
something about, I think they got like a sweeter sauce, which is what I like about it.
Okay.
It's got kind of a thicker crust where your teeth kind of go into it, get you that sweet bang.
Where you're gnawing on it, yeah. All right.
I want to know what your favorite clean eating meal is, too. What's the best Eat Right meal?
The best Eat Right meal, so we have a prime sirloin, or it's a prime Angus cut steak, and usually comes with mashed potatoes and asparagus. I'm not a big veggie guy. I usually throw them out, but the asparagus I'll mess with.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, when you're in the gym, what's your favorite exercise movement?
I actually enjoy probably shoulder presses.
Shoulder presses?
Putting the weight over my head, feeling it heavy onto my shoulders, and just makes me feel like I'm doing something.
Okay. That's definitely more unique answer. What's going to be kind of next for Eat Right? Obviously going national, but what else are you looking forward to?
I think it's mainly focusing on branding outside of Buffalo. It's a pretty debatable topic, but I think we're probably the most successful meal service in Buffalo, and versus the volume we do compared to what I believe others do, I think it's time to move on and conquer other areas of the nation. We've ordered a few meals from another few services that ship nationwide and compared apples to apples. And
you got the Expo, I mean, yeah.
So it'll be an exciting year to see where it goes, and we'd like to roll it out slow so we don't get overwhelmed if it takes off. But we talked to a meal service out of Texas. They're probably the biggest service in the country, and they were cranking out $105 million a year for their first year. And I'm thinking to myself,
yeah,
tasted your food. This could be interesting, So we're excited just to see where that goes.
Cool.
Branching outside of Buffalo.
How about for you personally? What do what's kind of next for you?
For me, I guess growing with the business a little bit more. I got another business I'd like to kind of venture out to. Trying to keep that quiet, though.
Okay. As long as it's not podcasting.
No, I'm not usually a mic guy, or too much of a on-screen guy, but I do what I can.
Yeah.
But,
we have radio faces. We know how it is.
Radio faces.
We know how that is. If there was one thing you could change about your fitness career, what would it be?
I'll be honest. I've lost the passion.
Yeah?
Yeah. I wish I was as passionate as I was 5 years ago about it. I think once you get kind of burnt out after a while, and I average the gym once or twice a week now. It used to be every day,
hey,
2 hours.
That's better than most, man. You'd be surprised.
But it's just that excitement about getting out of work, going to the gym. I miss that passion, that there was something that I had that I was focused on, and had a goal. And now it's just so overwhelmed in the business that you kind of forget about yourself and your personal goals and put those aside for a while. But hopefully they come back.
I can relate to that.
Yeah,
it's been a busy year, but you gotta go when you can, right?
Yep.
All right, last question. If there's any pro tips that you could impart upon our audience, what would they be?
As far as
business, fitness, anything.
I think the biggest thing, you gotta be passionate about what you do. You gotta love what you do. You gotta live it. You can't just preach it. You gotta practice what you preach. Live it. Make sure you have a good product, a product that you want to stand behind and put your face on and your name on. Did a podcast a few months ago and this question came up, and it was about what would you tell young entrepreneurs who want to start a business? And I said, people come up to me and they say, Mike, you inspire me. I want to start a business. And I go, oh, what do you want to do? And they say, well, I don't know. And I go, what do you mean you don't know what you want to do? You want to start a business, but you don't know what you want to start. That's the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. You're supposed to know what you want to do, and then you start a business. And forget all the schooling. I have a civil engineering degree. It's useless. My business partner, Luke, he's got a history degree. Useless. I mean, we were in debt for nothing.
Yeah.
Just to get a degree because that was what we were told to do. I think if you're passionate enough about something, you can go out and do it and be successful with it.
It's true. Truer words. That is definitely the truth. Well, Mike, thanks for coming on. Thanks for having us here at the Expo. Like I said, for us, it's definitely been an experience seeing all these different people. I think we were thinking there'd be a lot of meatheads and a lot of, you know what I mean?
It's a mix. There's a lot
it's a big variety.
It's awesome.
We were definitely surprised by the variety of people here. And I think that kind of says something, too, about not only what you guys got going on here, but the areas as far as hopefully that they're learning something about eating better, feeling better, working out, and stuff like that.
I'll be honest with you, when we started Eat Right, in the business plan, it was never about muscles. It was never about losing weight. It was never about pushing a lifestyle. It was more about giving a healthier option that people can afford. That way they feel better, they start looking better, and all that snowballs into a bigger picture. And I think that's what we are creating here. As you can see, yeah, there's some meatheads, but I think the majority of them are just average people who enjoy the service. They're here to support us. They're here to rally behind us, and very grateful, very thankful. And thank you guys for coming out here. This is great. Happy to have you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on. This is a blast. What else could you ask for?
Awesome, Mike. Well, thanks again for coming on. Much appreciated. We'll talk to you later.
Great event. Thanks.
All right, we are here with Solomon Renfro, professional MMA fighter here out of what you are ranked number 1 in middleweight in New York State, correct?
Yes.
And right now you're gearing up for a big fight down in New Jersey?
4-0 currently, right?
Yep. Getting ready to go down to Atlantic City at the Hard Rock Casino on August 16th and knock out another undefeated kid. Somebody's always got to go, and it ain't going to be me.
That's what we like to hear. So how's the area been for training and, getting to where you're at to what you can be a peak fighter?
The area?
Buffalo, like in the Western New York area.
I mean, Buffalo is great. I started out training at WNY MMA, which is they're here today at this Expo.
Seems like it's been growing in the area. We talked to Drew Graziati, who was an MMA fighter for a bit, and he said that the scene here wasn't as good when he was coming up.
The scene definitely wasn't as good. It's definitely been growing. We got fighters like myself. Patrick Mitch just made his pro debut on Bellator. Finished the guy in 66 seconds. Sean Felton, he's here, another pretty good pro fighter on the rise. WNY MMA are a product of all those guys, Nice. And then a lot of guys, we kind of start off here, and we got to branch out, maybe go to a bigger gym, like just a little bit bigger, because it's not as big in Buffalo yet, but it will be, with guys like myself and Patrick, representing, doing it big.
Definitely.
So what do you think, what's the big plans after the fight?
After the fight, honestly, I'm going to take about a week off. Then I'm going to get right back to work and get ready to fight again in October. I'm going to knock this guy out, and then I'm going to go knock someone else out in October, and then I'll be in the Contender Series or in the UFC.
That's what I like to hear. All right, so I'm going to hit you up with some shotgun questions here. We ask this to everybody. When you're eating, you're obviously eating clean. You got to eat healthy. But when you're not, what's your favorite cheat meal?
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
It's not even a meal.
I
know. Straight to dessert. Cheesecake's my favorite. It's like my weakness. I got a problem. I would put cheesecake on anything.
Can't fight cheesecake.
You can't fight cheesecake.
Not undefeated against cheesecake.
Where's your go-to cheesecake place? Or brand?
I go to the Cheesecake Factory a lot. Especially when I get to come back home, because I train in Jersey a lot. Like right now for this camp, I've been training in Jersey a lot. So when I'm home and there's nothing going on fight-wise in the near future, I definitely hit the Cheesecake Factory up. Get a few of them.
I dig it.
I've been known to do that when I'm at the mall.
All right, man. So as an MMA fighter, you're talking about you're going to knock somebody out. What's your favorite punch or strike or something like that?
Straight right down the pipe. I like to keep it real basic, or straight left down the pipe. I fight in both stances. I switch. I'm ambidextrous because my dad used to make me right with both my hands when I was younger. Wow. So at first when I was younger, I hated it, but now I'm super thankful for it because now it doesn't matter how a guy comes out. I'm always ready. But straight left, straight right down the pipe, punch him right in the mouth, get it out the way.
Is that your prediction? You're gonna hit him with a straight right?
I honestly think it's gonna be. Well, the guy I'm fighting, he's a southpaw. He wants to take me down, and he throws real wild. I believe I'm going to feint. He's going to throw. I'm going to pull, land that straight right, and he'll drop. Then after that point, I'll finish him with ground and pound.
There you go. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, that probably was exactly what's going to happen.
All right.
Yeah, he's going to come out swinging hard. He's really scared. He's really scary. He's scared. I told him the other day, I saw him on Wednesday night at the press conference up in Atlantic City. And I told him, I was like, yo, I'm going to run it right through you. And I told him to his face, I'm going to run it right through you. And he's like, oh, we'll see, boy. I'm like, yeah, you're going to see me running right through you. You might see the punch coming, but you won't be able to stop it. So you're definitely going to see.
You heard it first here, folks. All right. Do you have any things that you kind of like wish you could have changed as you were coming up in your career now?
Yeah, I wish I dieted better, like in the beginning. I mean, I'm still undefeated, like I haven't lost. But yeah, if I would have dieted better, I probably would have knocked a few more guys out than I already have. But I always fight guys that are like way bigger than me. So for this fight, I'm fighting at a catch weight 165. It was supposed to be at 155, but the guy said he didn't want to cut weight, and I was like, I definitely don't want to cut weight. Yeah. But before this, I was fighting at 185 and 170. Yeah.
That's what when I saw you, I was like, you look more like 165 to me.
Yeah. So I was fighting at 170, 185. I was undefeated at those weight classes, and I fought really tall guys, really big guys, 6'4", 6'3", a lot bigger than me too, like just naturally bigger than me. I kind of walked around at 85, and I was still fighting there. And then even with 70, these guys were just way taller. Now that I'm going down, I mean, this guy's tall too, but he's just not as big, less mass to him, So I'll get that advantage finally, not being like the smaller guy. Because usually I'm the smaller guy coming in, I just beat him up with the skill set. But now I'm bigger and I'm better, so you're just gonna get dominated.
Too much cheesecake.
Too much freaking cheesecake. That's
because that's because of the diet. You leaned out. You got to the right weight for you.
Man, I've been eating Eat Right foods, man. I started eating Eat Right foods.
Oh yeah.
And my weight just started melting off, man, like ice in the summer. Seriously. Nice. You ever put ice on the concrete in the summer? That's how the weight came off. Just training.
Not a shameless plug. Not a shameless plug. All right, we'll hit you up with the last question here. And what kind of pro tips can you want to impart upon our audience? Fitness related, MMA, anything like that?
Once you start, don't stop. I would say that. Like, my best advice would be, once you start, don't stop. You can take a break, but don't like stop for like weeks at a time, because it's hard to get into a rhythm, hard to get into a routine as far as eating healthy, and everyone gets their cravings and stuff for sugar. And then once you get that routine, stay with it, because it's hard to get back on it. I've tried it a few times. Like, I've been doing real good on my diet for 4 weeks, and I was like, oh, I ain't got nothing going on. I'm just having a few slices of cheesecake. And then next thing I know, I'm gaining like 10 pounds for no reason. I'm like, oh no, what did I do? So now I got to start all over and lose the weight again. So I would say, once you start, don't stop. That's the first tip. And the second tip, as far as fitness goes, I mean, you only need not even an hour a day. That's like, what is that, a 24th? Yeah. That's 1/24 of your day for a workout. Should definitely
you don't even necessarily need that, depending on what your goals are.
And your body is the only place where you literally have to live. In real life, you can move anywhere you want to. You can do anything you want to. You don't have to be around certain people, but you have to live in your body. So you have to take care of your body. Your body is your temple. You want to take care of it. You have to live there. Take care of your household.
True words. Well, we appreciate you having you on, Solomon. Definitely best of luck going forward.
Yeah, good luck
for your fight and
he doesn't need
for
luck.
The career. Right, you just need that straight right down the pipe.
Exactly. All skill, no luck. August 16th on Cade Fury Fighting Championship Promotions. It's going to be in Atlantic City at the Hard Rock Casino, August 16th. I'm the co-main event. It's also going to be on UFC Fight Pass. If you guys can't make it down there, check it out on UFC Fight Pass. It'll be on a Friday night show. Probably started about 7 o'clock, I want to say. Check it out, support, watch me do my thing, watch me go 5-0, and let the world know why I'm going to be the king of the world one day.
So we like to hear.
Good. We'll be watching.
Yeah, we'll definitely like to have you on again, man. So look out for Solomon Renfro.
Can't wait for it.
Right.
Hey, when you guys have me on again, you get to see the real thing. Right now, it's like a preview.
That's right.
But when they get me on the show for real, I'm really going to be talking my shit.
Sounds good, Solomon. Thanks again, man.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks. All right, we're winding down here at the Eat Right Expo. We are only got like another hour left, and so right now we're sitting down with Jake Fay of Buffalo Cryo. How's the Expo treated you so far today?
Expo's been great. We've had a good crowd, lots of people asking great questions about Buffalo Cryo, so we couldn't be happier. A lot of social media tags, and it's been good. A lot of fun.
Lots of exposure, right?
Definitely good exposure. It's people taking pictures and using that social media. We like that.
Second year running, you surprised by is this your first year here at the Expo?
This is our second year here at the Expo. This is my first year here. Last year, my business partner, Pat Connors, was here doing it. So it's like second time.
So yeah, I think it's been a very diverse crowd. We've talked about that with a couple of the guests, just as far as like, you figure you get a lot of athletes, but there's been more than just athletes here.
We've definitely seen a wide range of people, not only within the athletic community, but also the spectator crowd as well. So it's been good.
So tell us a little bit about Buffalo Cryo.
So Buffalo Cryo, we do whole body cryotherapy as well as localized cryotherapy. Whole body cryotherapy, we use nitrogen gas that is at cryogenic temperatures to stimulate a flight or flight response in the body to drive up healing pathways, knocking down inflammation, enhancing muscle recovery, joint recovery, augmenting sleep. The localized cryotherapy uses the same nitrogen gas, but we're targeting to a specific spot on the body, and that will create cold shock proteins within the skin and the subdermal layer, as well as drive collagen production up in the skin that we treat. So we can treat a tennis elbow, a golfer's elbow. We can apply that to the face for an anti-aging component, or for management of, say, eczema, rosacea, psoriasis, or even acne.
So you can kind of get it. There's not just one type of person, like an athlete per se, but other types of people can benefit from it.
Right. So many people can benefit from it because conceptually we are targeting the inflammation process as well as driving mitochondrial function up within the cellular process. So it does. It helps everyone from a various aspect. So,
gotcha. All right, we're gonna get into the shotgun questions real quick.
All right.
Let's see if I can tailor it around some of what you do here. But
okay.
A man like yourself, what's your favorite cheat meal?
My favorite cheat meal? Well, I would have to stick to a decent diet to have a cheat meal to start with. So,
what's something you enjoy eating like the most then?
I would say what I enjoy eating that I limit myself from eating a lot would be pizza. So,
the go-to here at the Eat Right Expo. It's funny because they've been serving
I'm
pizza.
opening up a pizza shop and I'm bringing it to Riverworks for the Expo next year.
I've done well today. I've smelled the pizza today, but I did not partake. I had a Eat Right wrap, and going back to your breakfast question earlier, I had scrambled eggs with a piece of toast slathered with butter and black pepper.
All right. Well, better than us, I would say. Okay. Next question is, if you're hitting the gym, what's your favorite exercise movement?
My favorite exercise movement, although I'm not terribly good at it these days because the gym has been not as regular as I'd like, would be pull-ups.
Okay. Did you get in any of some of these guys over here? Did you hit the pull-ups?
I stayed way away from any competition. I don't want any of what little credibility I have to be smashed by my inability to compete at the level of some of these guys here.
Okay. So if you were to pick a superhero, what would it be?
A superhero?
Yeah, if you were to be a superhero, what would it be?
Oh, jeez.
Who would it be, I should say?
I'd probably go with Green Lantern, the modern Green Lantern.
All right.
Yeah.
And why is that?
He's fighting for a good cause with a stylish sense of humor.
All right. Respect that. Definitely respect that. All right. Last question. Any pro tips that you want to impart upon our audience? It can be anything. Fitness related, health, nutrition, anything. Business related, could be anything.
I guess from fitness, health, body maintenance, the biggest thing I would say is really comes down to consistency. If you're going to try something, you need to be consistent with it to really give it an honest go. Trying something once is very, very unlikely that it's going to make a difference in your life. You need to give things a good, solid effort, whether it's diet modification, whether it's exercise towards a specific goal, whether it's chiropractic care, physical therapy, cryotherapy, massage therapy, acupuncture. You need to have consistency with a plan so that there's a goal and a direction with it.
Sounds about right to me.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. Well, thanks, Jake, for coming on. Appreciate it. Give a shout out to Buffalo Cryo, and we'll have to check it out one of these days.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks for listening to the HeroFit Podcast with Nick and Dan. We hope you've enjoyed our show, and if you want to know more about this episode or listen to past podcasts, check out HeroFitPodcast.com. Our audience is strong, so we can't ask you to smash that subscribe button. Instead, please gently jab the subscribe button. Also, leave us a review on iTunes, Google, Spotify, or whatever medium you're listening to us on. And if you think someone you know would benefit from this podcast, please share it with a friend. Join us next week when we talk about stuff. Join us next time. Till then, keep it classy.
This has been another episode of the HeroFit Podcast, making humans great again, one podcast at a time.